tech problems aside, welcome back to the Acer Teamstory Cup. You're watching this on Base Trade TV. This is Rifkin. I'm casting today with Over. And as you can see here in the top right, it is currently 2-0 for Western Wolves. But not playing for Western Wolves, playing for Invictus Gaming, spawning in the upper left corner of Frost. It is the blue Protoss, MacSed.
Ooh! Yeah, MacSed. And he's going up against the red Zerg, who is in the top right corner, playing for Western Wolves, and goes by the name Check. And already securing 2 wins for his team. Will it be the third one, or will he be checked out?
Oh man, what is with you and the puns? At first I thought they were accidental, and now I can totally tell they're on purpose. You're just being that guy.
I'm just joking, man.
Well, actually,
that was the one. That was the last one, I swear.
All right, I'll make sure to check in on you later about that. Okay, but guys, seriously, Frost is a really cool map. If there was one map that I think would knock Whirlwind out of the pool in regards to big size and all player spawns, this would be it. Not because it's literally the only one, but because it's actually designed quite well. And my favorite thing about this map, and I always love pointing these out, are these little backdoor hallways on the top and the sides of the map. So if your opponent takes a third up here, it's actually incredibly dangerous because a pylon can be placed on the top and just warping a ton of zealots into your mineral line. Same with if you go down here, there's lots of backdoor pathways, lots of ways to get around this map. So the other thing is like, okay, hey, it's a lot of ways for Zerg to be mobile, to sneak around the map. It's also a lot of places for Protoss to force field off. In my opinion, this is a pretty darn good map universally. Yeah,
I mean it's a very balanced map so far, or at least as it seems. Although I would say that Zerg does favor it a little bit in the late game, but still I would say also Protoss does favor this map a lot. Just considering that you can kind of cut off your half of the map easily if you can get some good control over it. So it's kind of 50-50 in that regard.
And I'm just bringing this up. First off, we got a quick third hatchery coming out here. Without the proper scouting, this could be a little bit dangerous if MacSed was going to go something super aggressive. I mean, even just one gate can be aggressive, but cancels the Zealot in order to go for the Nexus. I love that Protoss players have been doing this, by the way. Like, you used to see people just pump out the Zealot anyways and go across the map with it. Now there's like this really fine finesse where you build it just in case you need it, and if you don't, you cancel it to get the Nexus out. Yeah,
you just start it up in case you see Zerglings, and that's it, and then cancel it like you said and get the faster Nexus. And yeah, exactly, it's perfect. It's really good, and you can compete with the Zerg economy in that regard if you play like such.
Yeah, and just a quick thing here, because again, we're on a delay, but I just see everything we want to talk about in chat. If you don't like our music intros, guys, make sure you're around to vote for the next one. I literally just take like whoever suggests Daft Punk like 5 times before something else gets suggested, like I just go with community votes for music for map introduction. So whether you like them or whether you hate them, they're going to stay. But for the new maps, when they get introduced, if you want your say, make sure to follow Base Trade TV and be around to make sure Rifkin doesn't make bad music choices.
Or me, bad puns.
Fair point. Now, here comes that Stargate that is so just fondly made in the PvZ matchup. But I want to give a big shout out to actually the building position of this. This is actually really cool because let's say, you know, there's that Zealot and hold position in the wall, and it just happens to be slightly off, or the Zerglings are coated in butter, or whatever, and you have units slip by. You actually have a whole nother ramp that they've got to go all the way around the Nexus just to go up to get into your main. You can force field that off no problem. You can make up mistakes just by putting this one building here, and I really like this.
Yeah, beautifully placed. And the game is slowly gonna progress as it did in the first game on the Derelict Watcher, where this is basically the same strategy Jim went. Gonna go for Phoenix, and I like the strategy. It's quite strong. Maybe better against Terran than Zerg, but still Phoenix very useful in the engagement itself. Can lift off important units and kill the Overseers if need be, if you have DTs in that regard. So definitely good choice. But there's actually no warp gate on the way for MacSed, or is it already completed? Oh, it is already finished, okay.
It should be. There's very few players who'll have Warp Gate this late in the game. There are actually some people who will delay it, but even so, like, it's really dangerous. It's the one pinnacle upgrade for every Protoss player. Like, there's no one who has any strategy. I guarantee you, no one has a strategy that involves skipping Warp Gate.
It actually the only strategy that does incorporate skipping warp gate until the I don't know what time is the double Stargate into pure air toss, where you just start your +1 weapons for air upgrades.
That sounds like some day-night mind game stuff, dude. Like, all right, you make your opponent think you're gonna 4-gate, you go for warp tech, but really it's +1 air weapons.
Yeah, and behind is two void rays bumping out every 30 seconds.
Alright, well, mind games aside, we do have sport cars coming down for check. Not overreacting, but I still think 2 in each base is like that magical number to really shut Phoenixes down 100%. Again, 1, it really deters Phoenixes, but it doesn't stop them in their tracks.
Yeah, it doesn't secure your queens while creep spreading. It doesn't secure drones transferring. The 2, I would like to see the second spore, maybe not by the hatchery itself, but more like above the ramp, or maybe by the spores or somewhere there, just like a random position where the Phoenix might get hurt or killed even.
Phoenix is just kind of meandering around, trying to find any errant units to pick up, to kill, to slaughter, to punish for being away from the sport crawler. And it's really annoying when you see camping like this, because all of a sudden you can no longer transfer drones, you can't build one Hydralisk at a time, you have to wait till you've got several on the field. I mean, Phoenixes are a great way to soft contain your opponent, but the fact that Check went for that 3rd base so quick, he's not under any pressure whatsoever. If he had waited to go for the 3rd base a little bit later, that drone would have been picked up, that base would have never been put down.
Yeah, and if MacSed would have gone for it, he could have even put some zealots on the ground there and delay it even further. So, good choice by Check to have that economy up and running.
Yeah, just kind of a cool point here. Max has actually lost 0 units so far this game. No resources lost whatsoever.
Really cost efficient. And ooh, the Phoenix almost dies.
6 health, yeah. But okay, gonna try and take his 3rd base now. A Protoss on 3 bases is nothing, like, you cannot mess with that. You can't let him get away with this for too long, but while we do have the Hydras coming out of check, it's not exactly safe for them to move out. Oh my god, they're actually stuck in the 3rd base mineral line, those scumbag queens. Keeping them locked in.
That would be highly, but that would be very bad for Check if he would have actually had those Hydras stuck for the longer period of time. And
well, you know what? You know what we have going on here, Over?
Yeah, we have some sort of a Hydra timing, but I don't know if it's going to be exactly effective, considering that there's a lot of force fields, Phoenix, photon overcharge, some void rays.
I was just going to say a bad case of the metagames, because here comes those Colossus, expecting the Hydralisks, and
oh, yeah.
It's, you know, with the positioning on this map, it's a little bit different than Derelict. I think the Colossus can find much better engagements here, so they can run up the cliffs as well. I really think... Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt there, but I was going to say, I really think the new maps have got a lot of terrain that can be easily abused by all players if done correctly, and this is no exception to that. There's a lot of cliff faces and a lot of open gaps that the Colossus can fire over without getting connections from his opponent, but oh wow, double expanding his check, going for 4 and 5 bases right now. He's feeling really confident about his control of the map.
And I have to point out that I really like this decision by Check going for the double hatchery. I mean, in case that MacSed finds the top corner base and takes it out, Check can still transfer drones to the bottom one and still have the 4 base economy he wants to. But he will have to deal with the incoming attack that is gonna be hitting the 3rd base actually.
Yeah, Ling's just kind of sneaking by everything. The 1 cannon, they're gonna be really annoying. Colossus comes just in the nick of time with some Zella Warpins. Yeah, Check has just got to get out of there.
Yeah, but nice move by Check. Just takes out 5 pros though, but still just harasses a little bit, pulls MacSed back to the 3rd base.
And Check has opted to go for Mutalisks into someone who's open with Phoenixes. This is a really bold move.
Well, he has to really focus on his... I mean, he has to really feel confident about his Muta control then.
Yeah. Because
those Phoenix will have a field day against them. And now that MacSed
MacSed,
the Muta...
He needs to recall. He needs to recall. There's no way he gets back in time to defend this if he does not recall. MacSed, where's the recall?
The Lynx will get in the main, and this is gonna hurt so much. And the Mutas even in the main now. There will be many probe kills today, and even a Colossus gets killed. Wow, nice move by Check so far. And MacSed, he is falling. He's losing in supply.
Yeah, I mean, he might have lost the Hydrals, but the Mutalisk will not go down. He does not have the mobility to chase these. Most of the Phoenixes were killed off. If Phoenixes were still in the field, this would be a different story, but you're only going to lose a couple Mutalisks on its way out. Ling's now flooding into the 3rd again. That 1 cannon here to defend will not be enough. Hold position in the mineral line. These probes are going to die.
And Check everywhere at the same time, just harassing everything. He killed 53 probes already. Oh my god! Now that's a sick amount of probe kills.
Yeah, 18 workers left on the field right now. Even with Chrono Boost, not gonna matter. These mules coming back for round tier in the main.
Yeah.
Stalkers, they do not have blink, so keeping up mobility is gonna be very difficult. Right now, MacSed needs to get Phoenixes on the field, but if he gets Phoenixes on the field, he's not gonna have the ground support he needs for this Ling flood. So it's a tough situation to be in.
And now Check gonna just engage the Protoss army here,
Oh,
realize
God.
there's no anti-air.
Yeah, Zealots and Colossus and Immortals, but nothing but Sentries, and the Sentries are taken out so quickly. Those Stalkers in the main, rushing down here to defend, but even then, that's not going to be enough to stop this Mutalised flock.
Even the third base is under attack by Link, by G.
GG.
Wow.
Check.
Wow.
He's on his way to a 5-0, guys.
He's definitely on his way. I mean, just destroying his opponents. Kind of the three, I would say the ace players almost out of IG.
Yeah, those are like the strongest players that I know of on Invictus. Bit of a hiccup here.
Yeah.